Well, hello there. Hopefully, this is recording correctly. My name is Dr. Turner. I will be your instructor for the reflective seminar this um, semester. Actually, I should say for this next 8 weeks. I wanted to get this recording together to let you know ahead of time what is expected from you. A lot of times you might just see the syllabus, or you might just, or might just see the syllabus and have to do a lot of reading, which is fine. But I need you to know what is expected for the coming class, which is January 25th, and for this week, since this is such a short class. So, first of all, you know that the course is called Reflective Seminar. It's for spring of 2020. And if you have not used the online Canvas, I will go over some of the things with you right now. So what you're looking at for this screen is the student view. And you'll see over here home, assignments, discussions, grades, etc. The main thing I want you to focus on is the modules. And that's actually what I have it on right now is the modules. So right now you'll see the syllabus with the meeting schedule, introductory documents, the semester project, which I will go over that, and the very first week. So I've been going through that very first week and making different changes to make sure that it's clear and that it goes along with what we're doing with this 8 week session versus an entire semester. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, let's look at the syllabus. So the syllabus is 9 pages, so I will not be going over this entire thing, but you'll see here you have my email address on here as well as my phone number. It says on here office hours by appointment. That would only be on the Saturdays that we meet. Otherwise, you can contact me via email or my phone number. You can text or call. These are the face-to-face dates and times that we will meet. One January 25th, February 15th, and March 7th. And let's see, I'm going to scroll down a couple of things. It talks about the learning objectives and the assignments. But as we scroll down, you can take the time to read that. And it is one thing I do want you to take the time to read and to ask any questions that you may have this coming up Saturday. But I'm going to scroll down a little bit further, and these want to find the assignments that you're going to have. Now, right now, I will say that I'm changing this. This is from the previous class. Don't really care for this grading thing, so this will be changing, but the grade scale will stay the same. So let's go look at this. First of all, we have the face-to-face class, which I just mentioned, which will be January 25th, and you will have certain assignments to bring in a cultural artifact, which we will talk about that. And then this is all in the first week, so you have to bring in your cultural artifact, actually bring that to class with you. And then, let's see, I'm looking at my notes. And then for this week, you'll also have to complete an identity web. We'll go over the instructions for that. And so we're just going to talk about the first week in this video. So let's go forward here. And the next module talks about the introductory documents, or actually, instructor information. So that's my name. And actually, it's Dr. Michelle Turner, and I prefer to be called Dr. Turner. And we will be meeting in Winter Hall in room 4042. And that's the office phone number for them. But like I said before, my phone number is a 262-309-3842, and that is my email. And it does say that the best way to contact me is via email, but I don't care. Email or text is fine. And for this course, we do not have any textbooks, but we will have a lot of different articles and book chapters from a variety of authors. And all of those resources will be available through Canvas. I do believe there's a couple assignments where you might have to go to the library, or you can always access the library through your UWW Canvas site or whatever the site that they use. And so, one of the things that you're going to have to do is it's called a cultural event or a semester project. And it says a semester project will provide students the opportunity to learn more in depth about one topic that interests them. One of the things I'm bringing this out now because if we bring it out later, in previous semesters, people had a hard time finding something to go to. So you got 8 weeks. So you need to start looking now as soon as possible to find an event to attend. Yes, you are required to attend an event. So it says the project will include several components that all relate to one central topic. Attend one cultural event outside the student's own culture. We've had people before that said they wanted to attend a wine tasting. No, that was because we waited until the last minute. You have 8 weeks now to find something, whether it's in your community or if you have to go outside of your community. It needs to be something outside of your culture. A wine tasting does not count. And then it says, do something creative to demonstrate your understanding of this topic, as well as write a short research paper on the topic. And then you will present the topic to the class during our final session. And so this kind of goes a little bit more into it, where it says, choose a topic from identity, culture, and teaching in a diverse society that interests you. Explore the topic in multiple ways. Prepare a creative project that demonstrates your understanding of the topic that you can share with the class during one of the Saturday classes. That will be the final class. And then it says, attend an event that provides a new experience. Then you're going to practice your public speaking by sharing your new knowledge with your classmates. And you're also going to utilize your writing skills to communicate a new understanding. So, step 1, pick a topic of interest. Step 2, find an event, workshop, presentation, art experience, etc. that opens you to a different world, culture, belief system, life than what you are used to. Choose something that you would not normally choose to do that expands your range of experiences and will provide you an experience or knowledge of a different cultural group, life, or situation. Please do not attend something that you are already familiar with. It does not have to be an early childhood education focused event. You can use many resources to locate your event: your local public library, UW Whitewater, your local UW System University or Technical College, community centers. Research the topic through published professional resources, at least 2. Demonstrate your new understanding through a creative medium. Think broadly about creativity and your new knowledge on the topic. No PowerPoint or poster boards. The due date is March 7th. If you're unable to attend that date, you may present your project the class period earlier. But if you do not, you either do it the class period earlier, and there's only 3 class periods, or on that date, you will receive a 0 for that. But included in that is to write a 3 to 4 page paper about the topic, using the literature resources and your first-hand experiences, and that is due by March 14th. So you will already have presented, but I also need a paper to go with that. So you will have to also turn your paper into the Writing Center by March 1st. One requirement is that you submit the paper to the Writing Center tutor. I haven't yet, but I will be submitting your names to the center. They will create a course site for you to use to submit your paper for review, just like you'll submit it to this course for review. They'll provide you feedback through that site. Please be sure to submit it to them with adequate time for their review and for you to make changes and corrections before submitting it to me. I will get a list from them of students who submitted papers, and 5 points will be taken. Actually, 5 points is kind of low. I'm going to say 20 points will be taken off a student's score for failure to submit their paper for their review. So I will change that from 5 points to 20 points. And then next we are going into the modules. Now I'm actually just using the arrows down there, but like I said, the whole focus should be on the modules. So then you'll see where we have the instructor information, the textbooks, the cultural event. But here we are with, this is week 1A and week 1B, just for the fact that Um, there's 2 sessions per week since it's 8 weeks instead. So you're going to start out with who are you? And this week we will work on the following questions. Who are you? Where are you? Where do you come from? And then what are your questions? We're going to learn about each other as individuals. So we're going to review the syllabus, and we're going to bring questions about the syllabus to the class, as well as an artifact to class and your I am poem from the Dropbox. I'm not going to cover that too much because we're going to cover it in the next part of this module. So with your I am poem, it says to write an I am from poem. This assignment will begin us on the journey of knowing ourselves in new ways. We will prepare, which will prepare us to later learn about other people. Creativity and poetry allow us to explore ourselves. So you will first read the poem example at this website, and then use this template for your poem. You will go here. So you will create your own poem, submit it by Sunday, and you can find it under and submit it by Sunday using this tab there. If you want to, you may bring your poem with you to class on Saturday. It is not required that you share it with the class. However, that is your choice, but it still needs to be submitted through there. And then the cultural artifact. This is required for class. This is worth 100 points for Saturday. Bring with you to class a cultural artifact that represents you, however you define it, your culture, or represents your culture. This can be anything that illustrates what you view as your and or your family's culture. Please be prepared to share this with the entire class in 2 to 3 minutes. This will be part of your attendance grade for class participation. If you attend class but you do not bring an artifact, you will not receive full participation points for this class. No photographs. It needs to be an artifact, something that outside of the photograph. Please be thoughtful and enjoy the assignments. You will be amazing and interested by our class on Saturday. You'll learn a lot from and about your peers. The next part is Identity Web. After reading one of the articles that is in this module, you will write a minimum 1-page reflection about how it makes you rethink your work as an educator. Then you will create an identity web. You may use the word template to create your identity web, or you can hand write one and then scan it in or photograph it and upload the image, whichever is easiest so that I can read it. Now, there is an identity web that was created by Ann Tillett that you can look at as an example in this module. So you will put your name, your pronoun, picture, etc. of yourself in the center circle. In each of the smaller circles, write one way that you identify yourself or one way that society identifies you. Complete 8 to 10 identity circles. Then write a paper answering these questions for each of the identities that you listed. How does this identity work to my advantage in society, or how does this identity present challenges for me in society? Each identity could include several of each, or only only point to one of the 2 questions, depending upon your identity and your society. What stereotypes does society have in relationship to your identities? Consider how these statements apply or do not apply to you, and all of this will be in the paper that you write. And in the next part, it just shows, this is in the same module. You will also read one of these or watch the video, and here's Identity Web by Ann Tillett. But you will read one of these articles, and let me see if I put that in there. Oh, it does say after reading one of the articles. So yes, that's where you would find the articles, and you would write the 1-page reflection. And so hopefully that will get you started for this week. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week, Saturday. And everyone, have a great first week.